Majina kamili najulikana kama Brian Omondi Ongore. Mimi ni mwenyekiti wa chama cha Aegis Association or Stewards Association ya nchi ya Kenya. Aegis Association of Stewards of Kenya ni kikundi ambacho hapo awali nyuma walikuwa wametambulika kama Bouncers, lakini kwa sasa hii tunajaribu kusafisha jina ya hii kazi yetu, manake hizo jina la Bouncer ama Men in Black imetumika vibaya sana. The issue of firearms, as a member of our board, Mr. Samuel Kumba, had stated earlier, that we are working in partnership with the National Gun Owners Association to make sure that first, because our members of the security stewards are every day dealing with threats of people who are licensed firearms or people who are unlicensed firearms gun holders. We are dealing with robbers and terrorists and different kinds of threats. It is very efficient and very important for members of our organization to know how to, basically to know gun safety. So we are working in cooperation with the National Gun Owners Association, and we will also to help and to plead with the police to also help us to facilitate this kind of training, so that in case you have a threat, in case you have an issue, where, for example, somebody has come, is drunk, is disorderly, has an armed or has a firearm with him, how do you then disarm that person? How do you then cooperate with the police to keep the firearm in safe custody before the police come, and then you hand it over to the police? It will also be very efficient to know, in situations where you are attacked, in a club, at home, how do the people who are fast responders in this case, how do they react and how do they contain that situation? So we are working, and we are consistently working on a program with the Gun Owners Association program, the Kenya Police, to make sure that our people and our members have the proper training in gun safety. Tumeshikana pamoja ili kuja pamoja kusaidia, na hili limetokea kwa sababu tangu wakati wa COVID, saa hii kuna wakati mji kama Nairobi maklabu zimefungwa, watu wetu wameumia sana. Sasa ilileta hisia kubwa sana kwa sisi kuungana pamoja kuhakikisha tumetetea watu wetu, kuhakikisha watu wetu wamefanya kazi, na wale ambao si watu wetu, wale ambao hawana nidhamu na wale ambao hawaelewi sisi kama familia tunafanya nini, waondolewe, ili tuwe na watu wanaweza chunga raia vizuri, kusaidiana na serikali, kusaidiana na afisa wetu wa polisi, kusaidiana na majamii zote za wafanyikazi nchini Kenya. Tunasema ya kwamba kuanzia mwaka huu itakuwa ni mandatory ama muhimu sana kwa kila mmoja wetu ambao anafanya kazi katika hii jamii ya security. Kama unafanya kazi kwa klabu kama security, kama hoteli, unafanya kazi kuchunga mtu binafsi, wanasiasa, wanamuziki, kuchunga watalii, tunawetoa kadi mpya ambalo hili kadi litakuwa muhimu sana kwa kila mmoja wetu. Kama itakuwa hauna hii kadi ama hujajiunga na sisi, tutahakikisha hutafanya kazi katika hizi sehemu ambazo watu wetu wanafanya kazi. So tunaomba serikali, tunaomba watu ambao ni mapartner wetu ama watu tunashirikiana nao katika kazi, watusaidie ndio tutoe wakora, tutoe wezi, tutoe watu ambao wanatuharibia jina. So hii kadi ndio itakuwa kadi ishara kuu ya wewe kuwa mmoja wetu katika nchi, wa kufanya kazi katika industry ya security na kuhakikisha usalama na nidhamu iko katika industry yetu. Kama kuna mtu mwingine angezungumza, ningepatiana mandugu zangu na madada zangu. Dada yangu ambaye ni secretary kwa Kiswahili sio nini azungumze kidogo. Okay, thank you very much. In my first response, as we said earlier, we are under, because the private security regulatory authority is the national body that makes sure everything we do under the security industry is under them. So the conversation we have with them is that we are vast, we recognize them as our leaders in the industry, and we are trying to create a partnership so that our sector that was a bit secluded is also, because a majority of the departments that have majorly been given a lot of highlights are the guard industry. So we are just coming forward to we are creating a family that has already been there, that is in existence, to just bring it to more enlightenment. So we are with them, we are having conversations with them, and we are together with them. In terms of the interaction we have with police, as we said earlier, our organization is a national organization. So we will need and we will request to partner with the police at a national level and every level. In every county you go to, there's a restaurant, there's a club, there's a security steward somewhere, there's somebody who is a VIP, who is either being driven by a security officer or being fully protected as a security officer. And there are also people who have homes that are fully covered by security personnel. So this means that our interaction with the police must be on a national basis and must be from the smallest unit to the highest unit possible, because we and the police, we work in tandem. There are areas, because we know the deployment of police is not as much as the deployment of civilians, and we are a civilian force, so it was easier for us to be on the ground to know first-hand information of what is happening down. So if we have a good partnership with the police, it is easier for us to help them and assist them in making sure that the country is a safe place generally. I hope I've answered you. Yes. So in your first question, the curriculum that we're going to have will be around mid of this year. This is because we are giving members the opportunity to sign and to register as many members as we can, so that at least when we are, because having these curriculums is a bit expensive, yes? So for us to minimize the cost, we will need to have a huge number so that we can do a large amount of the curriculum for once. Secondly, as I said earlier, we are under the Private Security Regulatory Authority Committee. Yes, we have a syllabus for private security. We are creating a small, because the syllabus we have is the general syllabus. So the syllabus, the curriculum we're trying to create is specifically for security stewards who were initially referred to as bouncers. As you know, we have different needs and we have different requirements at the work area, and also we have different assignments based on the risk assessment. We're just trying to go to the basic level of security, which is a security that is relatable to the consumers and the clients, and it's a more friendly approach as compared to what we had previously.
Last one, what are some of the benefits that you would like to get by being included under the ministry?
One, and which is the biggest one, I think, is the welfare of our people. Being a huge task force, we would like the ministry to help us to have at least welfare in terms of packages like insurance packages. We can have packages with a partnership with National Health Insurance Fund through the ministry to make sure that when our members have issues of ill health or sickness, they are able to be taken care of. Issues like benevolence funds, once we lose our members, they are able to be taken care of. Being protected, because right now members in our industry are facing a lot of issues in terms of, you might even find a case where somebody has been unfortunately assaulted or murdered, and they also are human beings. They also need legal representation. As we say in law, you're not guilty until you're proven to be guilty. So the government and the ministry will help us to make sure that the people who we have, who are law-abiding citizens, are not taken advantage of. That basically is the key and the borderline. In terms of registration, yes, we have registration, and we are appealing that those who want to be amongst us, because our main job and duty is to sanitize the industry. So we have requirements. First, we are requiring you to come with your national identity card, which is the key form of identification in this country. Secondly, we are requesting you to apply for good conduct so that we distinguish law-abiding citizens and workers in the industry from criminals. Thirdly, we are requiring you to come with 3 passport photos, which will be kept in the data to know exactly who you are. We're also requiring you to come with your PIN, because we want also to help the government in terms of revenue and tax collection, so that they also see that we are part of tax-paying people, so that they can also benefit us and they can also help us, because it's a mutual benefit. The government helps us, we also help the government, so that we increase sustainability in the economy. So yes, those are among the things that we need for the registration. We will have a small fee, which is almost negligible, to just make sure that the office runs. But what is most important is that you come and you identify yourself, and we have accreditation, and we know exactly who you are, what you're doing, and what is your intention in the industry, and you will be registered as our member. Once the training is done, we'll have a complete system. Tungeomba kwanza gavana wetu wa kaunti la Nairobi, Johnson Sakaja, tungeomba kukutana na yeye ili kujua ni mikakati ipi ama njia ipi ambayo inayofaa ya sisi kuungana na kuweka zile structures ambazo zitasaidia watu. Tungepia omba rais wetu William Samoei Ruto, manake kama rais wetu ni jukumu lake kuhakikisha usalama katika nchi, na sisi kama familia ya usalama hapa chini tuna jukumu kubwa sana, maana sisi ndio tuko mtaani, sisi ndio tunahusiana na wananchi katika mahoteli, katika maklabu, katika manini. Tungejumuishwa na serikali, tuwe na sehemu yetu chini ya Wizara ya Interior, inaitwa Interior, yes, sijui kwa Kiswahili, lakini chini ya serikali ya county na Interior, tuhusishwe katika kusahihisha makosa ambayo zilikuwa zamani na kurekebisha industry yetu, na kuhakikisha sisi pamoja tusonge mbele, kuhakikisha Wakenya wote wako salama katika mahoteli zetu, katika vilabu zetu, na wanasiasa wetu na watalii wetu wanapokuja. So tungeomba sana serikali kuu na serikali ya county iungane na sisi, na tungeomba kukutana nao kama wakubwa wetu. Nadhani ni hayo tu kwa sasa.